On December 1st of 2018, I received a phone call from a young man. He said, I have a severe stutter, I block. I've stuttered since childhood. There are times when I avoid talking. Will you help me be able to defend my Ph.D. just 3 months from now? I said, bring it. So Chung-Chun Liu came in, we started working, and he was able to muster up the courage and strength to speak in front of 130 people at a screening of the movie When I Stutter. He then immediately joined 2 Toastmasters groups, and then he went on to defend his PhD, speaking for 40 minutes last month. And here he is to tell you the rest of his story. Dissertation will be when?
Sometime in March or April.
Okay. What's the topic?
The topic, the temperature stabilization technique for silicon MEMS resonators.
Wow. How is that applicable out in the world?
Oh, basically we do inertial sensors. Inertial sensors like the gyroscopes. Gyroscope is a device to detect the rotation.
Yeah.
And also we do accelerometers. It's a sensor to detect the linear movement.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Chang-Shun Liu. I'm from Taiwan. I came to the United States for my PhD 7 years ago. I have a stutter ever since the 2nd grade, and it lasted for 32 years. When I was little, my father would point out my disfluency and ask me to speak well. But we never seek any professional help for my stutter. So my stutter has been on and off. Sometimes if my physical condition is good and if I have more confidence, I don't stutter, but sometimes it does not. It's just becomes worse. So 7 years ago, I came to the United States and starting my PhD. However, my stutter has become gradually worse and worse. That is because the language barrier and the culture barrier I have. Also, I had to spend a lot of time working in my lab, so I don't have time to communicate, to connect with people here. And also the difficulty in my research work, the stress from my research that really made my stutter worse. And the last year, I started to find a job. During the interview, some of the interviews I didn't do well. I was so nervous. I showed some disfluency. I was not satisfied with myself. Also, I need to prepare for my defense speech for my PhD. Just a few months ago, I used to have big blocks, forces, and struggle when I speak. I didn't know how to deal with that. I was so worried about myself. So I came to Tim for help. I'm so glad I met Tim because he's very professional and he knows a lot of things about stutter. First, he helped me to how to reframe my unpleasant memory about my stuttering, and also how to use the cognitive approach to reframe my negative thoughts. So during the therapy sessions, I learned a lot of things from Tim. And also he provided me some opportunities to speak in front of many people. For example, in January, I shared my stuttering history and experience and feelings with 130 people in a movie screening. And then to challenge myself, to desensitize myself, I joined Toastmasters. In Toastmasters, I practice how to speak in front of many people and also to enhance my confidence. After 4 months of speech therapy here, I finally successfully defended my Ph.D. thesis in March. I spoke for 40 minutes to introduce my research to the committees and also taking questions. So in general, I was very satisfied with my performance. My fluency is much better than before. And now I'm officially a doctor. And I think I am ready for the interviews, the job interviews. And also I have more confidence that I can share my research work with other people and speak in front of crowd. I'm looking forward for my future career in the United States.